The 2015 college basketball season kicked off at the United States Naval Academy with the second annual Veterans Classic, featuring #1 ranked North Carolina and Hall of Fame coach Roy Williams against the Temple Owls and their own Hall of Famer Fran Dunphy. In the second game, Florida, with new coach Mike White, faced the host team Navy. But beyond the games, the Veterans Classic was created to honor veterans and to give visiting teams an appreciation of what it means to serve. Unlike any other invitational, the experience goes far beyond what happens on the court. This is College Hoops Confidential, Veterans Classic.
Well, my inspiration was when I first arrived at the Academy 4 years ago, the carrier games. So, you know, people were playing these games on these ships, whether it be in San Diego or Charleston, and I thought, you know, why isn't Navy involved in those games? And so I came up with this idea of playing a game here on campus, but also doing something special and honoring the veterans of our country. And so we tried to put the two together, and we came up with the Veterans Classic.
It's really an opportunity to spotlight for the entire nation the unique nature and the special tradition that goes with Veterans Day.
You know, it's been a hit for us. Last year was tremendous, and this year's filled with #1 ranked North Carolina and Temple and University of Florida. Has been tremendous, and more importantly, I think the coaches embraced the whole mission of the Academy, and it's very, very special.
It was really neat. We have 4 perennial, just awesome basketball programs coming in. So it's just an honor to be a part of it. Being from North Carolina, it's pretty cool having the Tar Heels come in. That's kind of like a dream come true almost for a Carolina boy.
There are a lot of teams that want to come be part of this. First of all, it showcases the beginning of the basketball season, but it's also life lessons for these great athletes to come and see what type of commitment these young men and women have to come to the Naval Academy, to go through an 18-hour day where athletics is just part of the day, and see what it means to serve.
Forward, march!
This was something that University of Florida signed up for, and took advantage of the invitation for my staff, and for all of our players. Really, it's an honor to learn about this place and to spend time here and just to be a part of an event that honors veterans.
I feel very honored to coach at the University of North Carolina and playing on this stage that we get to play on a lot. But to play at the Veterans Classic is one of those thrills, and to be able to see the midshipmen and be here on their campus is a great thrill for me.
You know, the opportunity to celebrate the veterans of this country, and at a place like the Naval Academy with so much history and so much tradition. And it's great for our guys to see what this place is all about.
So I'd like to thank you guys for all the service that you guys do and all the things that you go through on a day-to-day basis. And I mean, it's very humbling for me to be in this position to be able to play in your honor. Like I said, I just really want to thank you guys for all you do.
We're for guys who wrench, torque, and tune, who love tools and power. Why are they so important? Without them, this won't get delivered on time. And he doesn't cross the finish line. At Universal Technical Institute, the world's top companies help build our program so you can get the education you need to achieve success in the automotive, diesel, motorcycle, collision repair, and marine industries. We're for success, your success. Visit uti.edu.
I'm former United States Army Sergeant Jason Lassard. Out of nowhere, I get a call from Bud Light inviting me and a friend to Boston.
It's time for the coin toss. Heads, you meet a Pats offensive legend. Tails, defensive legend. Tails.
Yes! Woo! Meet Ty Law, one of my favorite Patriots of all time.
They go out there and do what you guys do.
A lot braver than I am, man. Greatest day of my life, and I can't thank Bud Light enough for everything they've done to make this possible.
2 late nights in Tucson. Blew an amp, but good nights. Sure, music's why we do this, but it's still our business. We spend days booking gigs. Then we've got to put in the miles to get there. But it's not without its perks. Like seeing our album sales go through the roof. Enough to finally start paying Meg's little brother, our new tour manager, with real, actual money. We run on QuickBooks. That's how we own it.
Dum 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 dum.
This Thanksgiving, enjoy a second helping of the 2015 World Finals and feast with the Beasts. It's the PBR Thanksgiving Marathon, tomorrow starting at 6 a.m., only on CBS Sports Network.
I just want to say thank you for everything that you're doing. It's truly an honor for me personally and for everybody else in this nation to be behind you. And I wish all of the best to you, and I pray that God protects you as you protect us.
For a second straight year, 3 teams were invited to the United States Naval Academy to start their seasons. But basketball wasn't the only mission. The visit was also intended to give these student athletes a brief glimpse into the rigorous lives of the naval midshipmen.
The tour was very cool. We got to see the helicopters and a couple of the trucks and ships that they work on, which to me was the coolest, just because you see those things on TV and in movies and stuff, and then you get to climb in them and kind of immerse yourself in that, but you don't really have to live a day-to-day working on that type of thing. So it's good to be a tourist and see that kind of stuff, but I don't think I can honestly ever work on it from a day-to-day, and I have a lot of respect for them who do.
The simulator really shocked me. The waves started to pick up and I started to sway a little bit, but the room wasn't moving. It was like, wow, this feels like it's real life.
Oh, Joe, don't look, because you might get seasick.
That's the one thing that really caught my eye.
Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you. What's up, man? Devon. Nice to meet you. How are you? Good.
A little better there. I can see it. I couldn't see at first.
I feel like a black 007 right now, man. This is crazy.
Putting on the gear is something I think they enjoy, and putting on the helmets. And Bryce has got a big old head, and it's hard to get that helmet on his head.
Oh, you got jokes!
One guy told me that he had to study the aircraft for 8 months, and I asked him, do you know every single part on this aircraft? He's like, yeah. So, basically, you can take it apart and put it right back together, and that's really amazing.
The tour was really eye-opening. These ladies and gentlemen, wake up at 5:30 in the morning and don't end their day until 11:30 at night. The formation was great. Just the simple fact that all those people can assemble, quickly and very sharp and precise.
Seeing how they feed, 4,500 people in 1 hour in such an efficient way was pretty cool too.
But you guys are scheduled a little bit crazier than ours.
The thing that impressed me the most was the people. Everybody seemed interested in us just as we were in them. And I think, they were proud. Everybody was prestigious and explaining what they did and about this Navy. Nobody had anything bad to say, which was pretty great.
I really gained another level of appreciation, for these people, simply because, once they get to here, it's like their life is no longer theirs anymore. They live to protect and serve us. So, I have tremendous gratitude, for these ladies and gentlemen.
You walk into that great big room and you see all of the different wars and the people that were lost in it. It makes you feel blessed that people are willing to put their lives on the line to protect your freedom. It's just a lot of emotions at one time.
Just to see those names, especially of the World War II and Vietnam fallen soldiers, it's crazy to realize that some of those people on that wall were my age. So it really touched me to see that, these people, like I said, put their life, to the side, as you could say, for us.
I can speak for the guys on my team and my program. A lot of us wouldn't get this experience. A lot of us wouldn't be able to come to Annapolis and be able to experience, what's going on around here in the lives of midshipmen. I didn't even know what a midshipman was, so it's amazing just to learn, just to take it all in, and it's something we can tell our families about.
I hope that they got the sense of how lucky they are, how fortunate they are to be in the situation that they're in. They go to college on a scholarship and play a pretty high level of Division I college basketball. And I hope they got a sense of life is not about you individually, it's about your team and about your university and about your country. We want to give our guys memories and experiences that will last a lifetime. I think that's the reason why we chose to come. And I think today will last a lifetime.
To end the day, the 4 coaches attend a VIP reception as guests of the Naval Academy superintendent.
So tonight, in honor of our coaches who are leading the best teams in college basketball, we'd like to be able to present them the Navy Sword.
This is an unusual honor, as typically these swords are only bestowed upon graduates of the Academy. Across campus, the players are treated to guest speaker Clint Bruce, who graduated from the Naval Academy in 1997 and served as a Navy SEAL.
I think it's incredibly neat that the Naval Academy asked me to come here tonight. If any of you are having any questions, any of you are wondering at all if you're gonna make it after you play sports, let me answer the riddle for you right now. You're gonna be just fine. I used to think that everything I need to know about life I learned on the football field. And then I went to war. And I learned that everything I need to know about life I learned on the football field. But ladies and gentlemen, if it's your passion or profession, the only thing you should ever be okay with is a life somewhere between excellent and elite. Elites are balanced, they're curious, they're tribal, they always know why they're there, and they share their scars. Elites want to find out. They don't want to be found out. They want to find out on Tuesday at film. They don't want to be found out in the arena when the team needs them to run the play. To do anything bigger than you, need something more than you, and that is other men and women who are as or more gifted than you. It's one of the things that was so unique about this place. One of the things I love about the military is the military beats the you out of you, and now you're useful. Team sports beats the you out of you, and now you're useful. If there's a leadership laboratory, it is team sports. You are in the midst of a degree in leadership right now. Athletes, you're a leader whether you want to be or not. And we are honored to have you come from your leadership laboratory to ours. My challenge to you is this: do not waste your days. Be elite. Thanks for letting me spend tonight with you. Thank you.
I'm Mark Williams, and on behalf of the Temple Owls and the whole Veterans Classic, I'd like to thank you for your preparation, thank you for your time, thank you for your commitment to our country.
Behind every open heart is a story. For some, it's about finishing the race, no matter what the obstacles. When you keep an open heart, amazing things happen.
Save up to 20% on select open hearts jewelry at K Jewelers.
Every kiss begins with K.
On Wisconsin!
Huskers!
Concordia!
Gauchos!
Go Rebels!
You! Woo!
At Enterprise, we hire more college graduates every year than anyone else.
And many of us play college sports too.
From Cobbers to Wildcats.
From Bulldogs
to Silver Swords.
Do we have spirit?
Yes, we do.
And we put it to work for you every single day.
That's the Enterprise way.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up. You're not built for this.
Can the kid fight as well as the old man?
You do this, you're going into a storm.
I got angels all around me, yeah. Who knew I would take it to a whole nother level?
You pick who's next.
Creed, rated PG-13.
If you or a loved one used any prescription testosterone patch, cream, spray, deodorant, or gel and suffered a serious side effect such as a blood clot, heart attack, stroke, or death, you may be entitled to money damages. Recent medical studies revealed that using testosterone can greatly increase the risk of life-threatening side effects. If you or a loved one used any prescription testosterone product and suffered a blood clot, heart attack, stroke, or died, call the Gold Shield Group at 1-800-960-0413. 800-960-0413.
Attention structured settlement recipients. Are you receiving future payments from a settled lawsuit?
Do you receive annuity payments spread out over a long period of time? If you are receiving a structured settlement and want a lump sum payment, call CBC Settlement Funding now. If you qualify, you could be eligible for an immediate $1,000 fast-track advance. Get cash today to pay off credit card debt, buy a car, start a business, or make home improvements. Stop waiting for your money. Receive all or just a portion of your settlement today. Structured settlements are designed to spread out payments over 10 or 20 years. If you are receiving a structured settlement paid out over time, call to receive your personalized options and be sure to ask about a $1,000 fast-track advance. Get the money you deserve today.
Call CBC Settlement Funding now to discuss your free no-obligation quote at 1-800-715-7896. 1-800-715-7896. Again, that's 1-800-715-7896.
Just a very special thank you to all of those folks that are in the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force. I'm very proud of all of you who do fight for us and make our lives and our freedom so valuable.
Game day has arrived, an occasion these teams have been looking forward to for months. Temple prepared for this moment over the summer by participating in a Philly tradition, boxing.
Philadelphia and boxing go hand in hand. Philly's a tough town, and we want our guys to be as tough as possible, and the best way to get guys tough is by boxing. This is a Temple basketball tradition. I think it's a great tool to use in our arsenal in terms of getting our guys ready for the season.
The workout itself is very challenging. You know, you go through some ab workouts, some boxing workouts. You do sled hammer. I don't even know what it's called. Slam, hammer slam. The most challenging part, probably staying in the ring and fighting. It's like you're fighting for your life. The boxing trainer, he throws punches. We have to learn how to dodge them or take them. We have to throw one right back at him.
It's for endurance, conditioning, for eyes and hands coordination, footwork. Boxing ties into every sport. And during this workout, you are really going to feel it.
The biggest correlation between boxing and basketball is they're both very dynamic sports. They require total body effort, total body movement, and they both have the similarity where you play for a short period of time, and then you get a break, and then you have to go back out and repeat that same effort.
There you go. Give him in that corner. Give him in that corner.
I'm just trying to kind of like translate it to basketball where, you know, I'm real tired, but my teammates need me to hit a jump shot or get a stop. You just get in the zone, like, you know. I'm not gonna stop fighting, I'm gonna keep going, and you know, you just try to embrace the moment.
I think every college coach in America wants their team to be very tough-minded. We play very much a physical sport. I think anytime you can use your legs and use your arms to get in better condition and be ready for the toughness of a battle like college basketball, I think it's great.
A sold-out crowd fills Alumni Hall as Roy Williams and Fran Dunphy square off. The two legendary coaches have over a half-century of head coaching experience between them. Carolina will face the Owls without their key leader, Marcus Page, out with a hand injury.
The 2015 college basketball season is underway on CBS Sports Network. 5-0 Temple on top, 2 minutes into the first half. He's got numbers. Here's Devin Coleman. Sidesteps his way to the hoop. Gets the roll off the rim. Britt leading the break. A bounce pass to Berry. And the cleanup by Hicks. Here's DeCozy into the paint. Gets everybody off their feet. Ball is swatted away by Bryce Johnson. Pinson lets it fly. Good! A 13-2 run to finish up the first half for the Tar Heels.
Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Marine Corps Silent Drill Platoon.
So Temple with the ball as we begin the second half. Jalen Bond getting involved. Meeks running the floor. Coleman for three. Good. 19 points.
Carolina must contain the dribbler better.
Here's the steal. Kenny Williams, the freshman, lays it in beautifully. Joel Berry gives North Carolina its largest lead, 69-56. He's playing a two-man game with Meeks, and he just schooled the freshman. Berry up top, his jumper no good. Johnson with the slam. There's the exclamation points. And that will do it. North Carolina has defeated the Temple Owls 91-67 to kick off the 2015 season.
With the basketball program here to play in the Veterans Classic, it does give me an opportunity to say thank you to all of the people in our military services around our great country.
This fall, not all blockbusters are movies. Get 0% APR for 75 months on most 2015 Cherokee models. Hurry in before this deal ends during the Jeep Black Friday Blockbuster Sales Event, going on now through November 30th. Hurry to your Jeep dealer for 0% financing for 75 months, plus other available incentives on the 2015 Jeep Cherokee.
Cheer up, kid.
Can't believe you missed that kick. We'll never make the playoffs now.
Hey, man, you never know what's going to happen. 3 of the 4 teams that made the playoff last year had a loss.
So you think we're still in it?
No, not with that kicker. Your QB's got a noodle arm, your linebackers are slow, man. But statistically, sure. I mean, why not? Yes.
You're right. We're in it.
I didn't. What?
Woo! Yeah, we're still in!
Just keep on believing.
Dave has a problem. He misses touchdowns because he loves hammering back.
Anonymous online quote now. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
They're going to try a field goal?
57 yards.
No, return by Chris Davis. Davis goes left. Touchdown, Auburn. An answered prayer.
I just want to thank you guys for everything you've done. I have several family members that have served in various aspects of our armed forces, and I'm just very appreciative that you guys put your lives at risk to defend our freedom and do everything you can to preserve our country.
At the United States Naval Academy, honor and leadership are at the core of the brigade, and being named a team captain means you are a leader among leaders. For Kendall Knorr, leadership and tradition are in his blood as he follows a family history of service in the Navy.
I'm Kendall Knorr. I'm a senior this year, also known as a firstie. I'm the captain of the men's varsity basketball team. My grandfather's name is Craig Kinsel, and he was a fighter pilot back in the Vietnam days. About 5 or 6 years old is when I first got introduced to the brigade. He introduced me to it and then kind of gave me some space. Then when he found out that I was really interested in coming here, he actually came on my official visit with me. From then on, I knew him as where I was supposed to be.
You could see there was a bond there between grandfather and grandson. And Kendall's a young guy that I think has a great respect for his grandfather and his grandfather's service in the United States Navy.
Growing up, everyone always wants to be like their grandparents, their granddad, or their dad. You know, that's always a huge thing for people to be able to live up to their heroes. And for him, it's just a huge step that he can take to be in his footsteps and follow on and continue that legacy. In my mom's house growing up, it was this little skinny hallway where I had my little Tykes basketball hoop. And if you ask him, he takes all the credit for why I'm playing Division I basketball now, because he spent countless hours playing one-on-one with me when I was 5, 6 years old in that hall ball. He just eats up sports, and for me, that's like our instant connection. And then now you throw in the military aspect of it too, so now he can tell everyone and their brother about his grandson who's hoping to be a aviation selectee. And so for that, it just puts a smile on my face, just knowing, you know, someone's out there so proud of the things you're doing. And he's just always there for me no matter what. Gramps, I can't put into words how much I appreciate you being there for me at all times.
since I was a little guy. Now here I am today, just trying to follow in your footsteps, and I just love you and can't say thank you enough.
The nightcap pits the Gators and their first-year head coach, Mike White, against the Naval Academy and the visionary of the Veterans Classic, head coach Ed DeChellis.
Well, here we go. Game 2 of the Veterans Classic is underway, and the Gators come out running right away. Allen with the layup. There's Tillman Dunbar, the senior from Woodbridge, Virginia, averaged 9 points per game last year, and he has his first bucket this year. Here is Kelly off the glass. Good. Hogan to the corner for Anderson for 3. Casey Hill leads Robinson for the two-handed slam. There's Casey Hill, bumps off Shade Anderson. No look pass to Robinson. The Gators extend their lead to 10, 29 to 19.
We started out exactly the way we wanted it the first 5-7 minutes of the game. And then it all flipped. Can't shoot crazy shots. Your offense has got to settle us. All right, let's go.
Set to begin the second half with the Gators on top by 10. Egbuno with a big slam. That was not an easy shot by Jace Hogan. Fong's first 3 of the night. Casey Hill into the open floor. He is fast. Oh, man. So the Mike White era gets off the grounds with a victory here tonight in the Veterans Classic. Final score of 59 to 41.
Just being here on Veterans Day weekend and being able to see what these guys go through every day and just seeing how they carry themselves and walk around campus is truly an honor.
Coming into it, you're appreciative, just because you know that they're doing such an honorable thing for our country. And now that you're actually here with it, it only heightens. You see that these guys are, honorable, courageous, committed to the thing that they're doing. So I'm proud to have guys that are here upholding our Constitution and our freedoms.
The biggest takeaway is that it's not just when you get deployed and when you have to go out on a mission and serve time abroad or domestically. It's every day. It's a lifestyle. These men and women, whether they're overseas or they're here, are working towards doing that. And I think I lose sight of that sometimes.
Well, I hope they pull the seriousness and they understand the seriousness of what these people are doing, protecting our freedom. I think that they do see those guys, hey, that guy's a year younger than me or a year older than me. And so I'm hoping that they have a greater appreciation of what our military is doing.
I think that our players, for the most part, looked at this trip a couple days ago as a game at Navy, simply playing at Navy. And we'll do a little sightseeing and so on and so forth. But now their eyes were lit up. They asked questions. It was a time for them to go through it together as well. It was a team bonding experience. But most of all, it was an educational experience.
I like to take away something good from everything, but out of all the places I've been in, out of everything that I've been a part of, this touches home the most for me, simply because I have family who served in the armed forces, and it's just what these people do for us as a nation is just tremendous. So to be a part of an institution that they would pick to represent their tournament, I'm just very honored.
I have great regard for what these young men and ladies do here at a place like the Naval Academy. And I want our guys to feel that. I want them to understand it. And the interesting thing is some will recognize it today. Some will recognize it in 5 years, others in maybe 10 to 15, and others it will take a little bit longer, but they'll all get it at some point saying, you know what, we're pretty lucky.
Thanks to the Naval Academy and all the administration here, and all the hosts and hostesses. They provided incredible hospitality.
Inviting us to play in the Veterans Classic and being part of this is something that's been sensational for my team.
So proud of all of you, and we're privileged and honored to be here as a participant in the Veterans Classic.
From the Windy City to the last frontier, fans of Loyola Chicago here in Alaska to cheer on the Ramblers as they take on San Diego, coming up next.
saw them without Malcolm. We've seen them without Marc-Andre Fleury. But